From a bad trade.
From who? From you? From anybody?
I mean,
when you look at the trade, because everybody in Dallas still mad.
Right.
But nationally,
if you in Dallas, you ain't getting grace if you're Nico.
Right.
Nationally, yes. But at the end of the day, people that know basketball understood why he made the trade.
Right.
Whether it was a good trade or not.
Right.
You don't give up generational talent. We all know that. And if you do, you better get some shit back with it.
Right. You
better get a lot of shit back with it.
You look what
that's the only questionable thing about Nico.
Yeah, right.
What he didn't get back.
Yeah, got a 3-piece and a pepper back.
Yes, and you only negotiate with one team, so you don't maximize your ability to get something back. But you look at what Paul George, what the OKC got from Paul George from the Clippers, including the MVP,
Shea,
plus litany of first-round picks, and Shea.
Nobody knew Shea was gonna be Shea though.
Well, can't we argue that was equally a bad? Look, that was equally a bad trade.
Ain't that your job? It's not the people outside. That's your job. You see him every day.
No, some players just their growth may be a little shorter than others. Like James Harden got traded from Oklahoma City. Nobody thought he was gonna be 3-time league MVP, 2 times,
and not show up in the playoffs. Not show up in game 7.
Yeah, boy.
Not show up in game 7. He gonna be at the strip club after the game.
And I like James Harden, but God, he must be mental now. He just disappeared in the 7th.
Man, you know what I think of James Harden, man. He came and revolutionized the game and the scoring aspect. Of it was he took it to a whole nother level. Sure. The way he did it, he invented new moves and shit like that. Yeah, the only criticism for me for James is, man, if he would have worked on his mid range, because I've seen over the years where teams would literally just get on his high side, because they know he won't go push off and go into a mid range shot. He was either going all the way to the hole or a step back 3. I just wish if James would have got a mid range shot like a fucking Devin Booker, a KD, those guys that can really, really score the ball. Most of them all got a mid range game.
Yeah.
James
all 3 levels.
Never got a mid range. He was always at the basket and on the 3-point line.
How do you explain though his history of Game 7 no-shows, though? I mean, going back to Houston, you see the other day. I mean, the mid-range game, but the other games he show up and scored. He's scored and been an MVP. We talked about that. But in big games, he's disappeared.
Don't look over here, motherfucker. I ain't got no answer for it.
It's unexplainable. Honestly, I don't even understand it. Even I know a lot of people say, man, listen, if you're gonna lose in the game 7, at least go down shooting that thing.
Shoot that thing about 20
times last night.
You know,
I can accept him going 1 for 25, opposed to going 2 for 8.
Then you know what it put me in the mind of? Did y'all watch boxing this past weekend?
I missed it. I was at
for what?
It put me in the same mind. The Jokers made all that money and it was not one good fight. At some point, am I out of line by saying maybe some of these guys are just making too much money up front? There should be some more performance clause, like for you to disappear and be that high of a paid athlete. I mean, come on, it just don't make sense to me. In any other industry, there's repercussions.
Hey, we ain't gonna do that.
Don't do that. I know you're a businessman. I know you're a businessman.
I'm ready.
I know you're a businessman. I know you're a businessman. But
get your money.
We'll get the land. We ain't gonna get it.
Let's bring it back to the Cowboys.
Messing up my season ticket value.
Listen, I know you're a businessman. The Cowboys are a $7 to $10 billion industry and have not won since 1995. So why are you gonna put on the players? Jerry Jones is not giving the fans a return on his investment. He's grown his riches.
Yeah, but
you want the players to not get rich because they haven't performed.
No, I honestly
but
don't want
that's
that.
what you said.